I made a video on why bikes are so expensive, and I was like, oh, it's the R&D, and I'm like, and I try to like justify it, but you just fucking can't, dude. A Ducati Panigale R, one of the fastest super bikes in the world, is $26,000.
But my road bike is more expensive.
Yeah, it doesn't like.
You know what a mammal is?
Oh,
it's a middle-aged man in Lycra.
Yeah.
So you got the perfect mammal, and he's on this ridiculous Dogma F with the white Princeton carbon wheels.
Insane. And it's like paint match too. That guy's a masters racer.
Oh, hilarious.
He is fucking fast. That guy would shit on me every day. And he keeps that bike a secret. It's not a secret anymore.
So that's not what he races on.
No, he races on that bike. Damn. But like he doesn't post about it at all.
Yeah.
Probably like, hiding it from the CRA.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Anyways. It's like iCarly.
I love it.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Super Domestique. We have Seb here. Handle on Instagram and TikTok. What is it?
Seb, not Serp. Oh, we could talk about that
Serp.
too. Not Serp. That's an interesting one.
Yeah, go on. Tell me.
Okay, so Seb, nickname.
Yeah.
Not Serp. No one has ever called me Serp, but not Serp is my last name. Preston. Spelt backwards.
Also, like you said that, and I was like, Serb, the thing we want to forget about from COVID.
Serb?
Yeah.
I don't think I got into that.
I
think I might have been a bit too young.
Too young for Serb.
Yeah.
That's
So, that's when people were doing $1,200. You get the money from the government. Yeah.
That would be sweet.
Yeah.
Bring it on. I need money from the government to continue my terrible biking habit. So that would be nice. Okay. Tell me a bit about you. I look at your Instagram and you're super hardcore into skiing, and then it all switches into bike reviews, and that's how our entire community knows you and loves you.
So far, yeah.
Yeah.
There's 2 hiking videos though. Don't forget.
Oh,
those.
sorry.
Yeah.
My apologies. The 2 hiking videos. Yeah.
Okay. So, I've been like wanting to be a YouTuber, like influencer for like my whole life. When I grew up on YouTube, right? Like I was an iPad kid, like that Gen Z.
Fuck me. I'm so old.
Yeah. 2003 we're born, and then I'm watching like all the worst YouTubers that could be like the worst influence on a kid ever. Like,
what was the highlight? What did you watch
like,
a ton of?
It got as like iDubbbz and Filthy Frank.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Obviously Casey Neistat and like good stuff as well. Like, and PewDiePie, but like the iDubbbz, Filthy Frank, Max Mofo, that's bad.
That's
Kids
hardcore,
should not be watching that.
Yeah.
Anyone that knows Hair Cake. That video's not on YouTube anymore.
Yeah, there's a reason. There's a reason.
Yeah, but that video was like, that was the humor back then.
I love it.
Yeah.
And these were your idols, and now you want to be a YouTuber?
Yeah. But like YouTube is hard. YouTube is really hard.
Yeah, so people do not realize. So we started the podcast. We have friends who do like cycling YouTube thing. It is not for the faint of heart.
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, man, like there's one video on my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
There's a skiing. Well, there's a couple videos on there. There's like this one where I'm GoProing and I'm in Austria, and it's like it sucks. There's like no story. It's just like if you know me, you're like, okay, this guy's insane.
Yeah.
It was like 5 a.m. in Austria, raining on this like Via Ferrata thing.
Yeah.
But like YouTube is so hard because like it was hard before TikTok came out. You had to make an entertaining video that like someone would watch through. And like people's attention spans have always sucked. Like in movies, like people think that attention spans are getting worse. But they're not. Like I mean, obviously they are and they aren't. But because it like with TikTok, sure, you're like scrolling. And the dopamine comes from not actually consuming the content, but it's like what's next. It's it's an anticipation chemical, right? Or at least that's what I've heard. Don't quote me on that.
No. But you dove into this. You get it, right?
Yeah.
Like people want that hit the next thing, right? Like I fucking watch your TikTok videos, and the thing I love most is like I wait for that last ending bit where there's like a photo of your cat, and you're like, "Oh, thanks for watching."
Yeah. It's I like having the stupid outro. Like it's nice to have like a bit of consistency with your videos where it's like, this is like it's gonna be this way. It's gonna have this formula. Yeah. And the formula is like sort of starting to crumble, mainly because I've only been posting like Shim's ride clips, which is like cool because there's cool bikes at Shim's Ride. But
yeah,
like the thing is like, yeah, people care about the bikes, but people more so care about like what I found is like me when I'm excited, me when it's a stranger.
Yes.
And when it's like completely random and I catch them off guard and there's money, or it's like, and you can either replace the expense of the bike with excitement because it's a cool bike. So like I was reviewing that Cannondale R1000 that got 3,000 likes because I was like, this is the coolest bike I've ever seen. And it's only like $3,000.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
160 mil stem.
Yeah. Silly.
So
what are you doing?
Goofy.
What are you doing?
But like the bike fit him and he was having a good time, and like that's the type of bike where I'm like, that's cool.
Yeah, I see. I love that. You know, the thing that like struck me, and maybe people in the club love this about you too, is the fact that you're doing this with cyclists. Because like initially, obviously, you have inspiration from the guys on YouTube who do it with cars. Like, oh, what car do you drive? What do you do for a living? Yeah. And it's like a porn star, and you're like, okay, you drive a Lamborghini. Okay, whatever, predictable. Yeah. But like these cyclists from Red Truck and all those guys get caught off guard completely. They're like, why do you care?
Yeah.
This is so fucking awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah, you must get a fucking kick out of it, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm trying, like, I'm going through and editing all this stuff. Like, it's hard because I really always struggled at college. So at high school and middle school. So I try really, really hard at college because I was like, I want to be on honor roll.
And where are you?
I'm at Camosun right now.
Okay, sweet.
And then hopefully I'll transfer to UVic or something along those lines.
Yeah.
We'll see. But like, it's hard for me to want to edit when I'm in school, but like over the break, I've just been like, okay, let's hang out. Like, let's take a break, reset. And then today I'm just like thinking about it. I'm like, dude, like, why have I not been like making videos? Like, it's hard, but it's not that much harder. Like the hardest part for me about video creation is file organization.
That's the hardest part for you? That's the hardest
part. Like,
that's crazy.
I can go and just like, I'll color grade it right away. Like, cut it up. I'll be like, yep, that's the right amount. I'll like beat sync it right away. I can edit like a bike review in like probably like 5 minutes. I get it approved by like my dad and my filmer and like maybe one of the homies. I'll be like, is this one good? And they'll be like, yeah, that's like hilarious. Thanks, dude. And I'll be like, perfect.
See, that's so wild to me because like even when I was trying to do like the influencer thing, like I represented like a few brands last year, like Kadex and Silka, and I had to like put out videos. I'm at an event, I'm at Belgian Waffle Ride. This is my morning. This is what I'm doing. And all in my head while I'm doing this is like, why the fuck are people going to care that I'm having 2 bananas before I do a 200K ride?
Yeah.
And these are the gels I'm using. And this is like how I've prepped my bike. But people do care. Yeah. It's crazy to me that you find the hardest part is like the logistics of like, oh, okay, I'm going to have to like edit this and the file transfer stuff. And
like going and filming, like that's whatever. Like I have a list.
See, you're lucky.
Yeah.
Because you're talented at it.
Yeah. And like I grew up around it. Like, it's like, I wasn't good at the start. Like, no, like you're so lucky if you're good at the start of like making videos. And I was in this video production class and I could not believe like I had like all this camera knowledge, and then this dude with this like Fujifilm X-T20 comes into the class and makes this absolute masterpiece.
Yeah.
And he's experienced and like he's a graphic designer, but like something's to be said for effort. Like, I should have put more effort into that class at the same time.
Yeah.
But like, he just came in and it was just like boom, and I was like my mind was blown. Like I still see stuff and my mind gets blown. But like for me, like I can, whenever I go to bed, if I'm in like a creative mindset, like I'll be laying there and I'll just be like, oh, that's what we'll do tomorrow. And
that's so good. Yeah. Okay, I want to drop into your YouTube video that I found incredibly entertaining and ridiculous. Which was where like you reached out to all these bike brands and they all sent you a bunch of shit. Oh. And then now you have a cycling career. Like, I didn't know if it was fake. I didn't know if this was real. Like, can you tell us about this?
Yeah. So, and
I believe it. I believe that if you emailed all these brands that they would send you stuff.
Yeah. So, my mom made me get really good at like leaving phone messages and being formal and stuff.
Okay. Give it to me. You're reaching out to Cannondale. What's your phone message?
Okay, so Cannondale, I have a connection through them with Meg.
Okay,
Yeah.
fantastic.
I'm not associated with Cannondale at all. Mech, on the other hand, you know, we have to be discreet about that because it's in the contract. But working at Mech is a great spot if you want Cannondale bikes.
Okay, random brand, how will you reach out? What's your voicemail message?
So for example, Barbarics, this company in like Slovenia, barefoot shoe company. I love barefoot shoes. My gosh.
Yeah,
not toe shoes. I
got the Vivo barefoots. I enjoy them. Yeah.
So I'll be like, hey, like I really like your product. I was thinking that we could do some videos along these lines. I'll send them 2 examples. Like I'll send them like a video that I did for like Angry Pablo, which is also a really cool brand.
Yeah, I want to talk about that one too. Yeah.
And so like I'll send them that example and they'll be like, hey, really like this example. They'll literally they'll see the number and they just don't care.
Really? Is it just seriously like that?
It's only the numbers.
Really?
They obviously have to like the vibe a bit. Yeah. But if they see that you have 25K, like 10K, and you're getting like a couple of views, they don't care if you're like the most boring person in the world. Because interaction is like
number one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you're an influencer like that's actually like has good like conversion rates to sales, you're gonna make like you can make so much money because you can be like, I know that like at least 10 of my followers are gonna buy this product, and that's gonna make you 30% whatever profit on each of these products.
Yeah.
So it's like you can just be like, I'm not gonna recommend this unless you pay me.
Yep.
Obviously, I haven't like taken anything where I'm gonna recommend it without like I haven't been paid anything yet. I've only gotten products.
But you're building your brand and you're building who you are. And like, who in the cycling space do you see doing an amazing job? Like for me this year, my number one is VC Let's Get It. I love that guy.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Elliot? Yeah. He's my favorite.
Yeah. He's dope.
I don't know how he does it. I saw a video of him where, so he does these videos where it's like him training for some ridiculous gravel ride in Europe, and then he does this insane voiceover basically.
He's so fast.
He's so fast.
It's almost too. We follow each other. I've DM'd him and I'm like, dude, like,
how do you do this?
Like, part of me is like just wants him to slow it down, but like that pace is also there for a reason. It's because like that pace is like you're like whoa, and it's like all these rapid shots. He has so many shots too.
Like it's just crazy.
Yeah.
And it's like it's poetry that he's doing and then poetry in motion. And I saw, because I follow his partner as well, and she has a video of him actually doing the voiceover, and he's literally in a corner with like a sheet over him in a bedroom and is like doing it like this.
Yeah.
Because I guess they travel and they don't have any like audio stuff or whatever. Yeah. But like, yeah, he's my favorite of the year. Follow VC Let's Get It. It's awesome.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. He's just like, and I like seeing him, I was like, it really put it into perspective for me. Cause like the followers came on super, super fast.
Yeah.
Right. Like I was at like 800 followers this summer, and now I'm at like 25K this winter,
which is incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then I was, and I saw him so I'm like, okay, he's at 32K. He's like the biggest like bike person on TikTok. Like there's not like a lot like,
and he has some of the biggest partnerships, like Specialized. Like I do not know an athlete who is sponsored and supported by Specialized. Like that's probably Alec Pedler. Yeah. But like one of the toughest ones.
Yeah.
Lightweight wheels.
Yeah. That's
like
insane.
I don't even know another athlete who. Yeah. How are you sponsored by a company that makes $12,000 wheels?
Yeah.
Crazy.
I don't know. Like he's dope, but like he's also ridiculously fast.
Yes. He's also. So tell me about your journey as an athlete. Like, are you an athlete? Are you getting into this because of the influencing?
So my dad, of course, has 5 bikes.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
so we blame your dad.
Yeah. Like what the heck, man?
Yeah.
Like I'm born, bike.
Yeah.
And then it's like hop on the bike, ride the bike, another bike. And like my first couple bikes were actually dumpster bikes that he would like fix up.
Fair.
And And I was like, it was perfect. I would just like go down and like skid the tires off until I went down to like the bead. It was perfect.
Yeah.
And then I got like this Argon 18, like 650.
Yeah.
Bike. Great. That thing was a missile. You could not get me off that. But then I outgrew that, and I was like, I want to get a touring bike, and I was like, Biggest mistake of my life.
Every time someone gets a touring bike, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
You don't want this in your life. Do you want to ride a 56-pound steel bike and ride it around the island? And
not really.
No, you don't.
No.
And get tacos.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and it's like,
that's your vibe.
It was slow. The tires that I had on it were slow. Like,
no.
And that bike kind of got me out of cycling, I'd say.
Okay.
And then like I took a break. And then I think I did rock climbing, and I did rock climbing for like 2 years, pretty hardcore. And I like competed at like the Boulder House competitions and stuff.
Awesome.
And then COVID happened, and I was like, I'm gonna work until I can buy a mountain bike at Save On Foods.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. This is the dream story of every British Columbian who wants a mountain bike.
Yeah. So I was like,
so you worked at Slave On.
Yeah.
Yeah. You slaved on.
Okay. Good job compared to a dishwasher.
Yeah.
After a year, I was like, Mecca would pay me more if I worked there. And they're like, go work there. We don't care. And I was like, all right.
Perfect.
Literally
Done.
left. But I got my bag, and then my dad helped me out with like $500 for, I bought a Cannondale Habit Carbon 3 from Fort Street Cycles.
Crazy. So full suspension mountain bike?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 130.
Yeah.
Got Fox, I think, Performance.
Yep.
GX derailleur with like NX cassette. And
Okay, so I bought a mountain bike this year. I think it's absurd that Fox as a brand makes these two levels of shocks and forks, but they're the same. One is gold and one is not gold.
Yeah.
One is factory and one is performance elite, and there's literally no difference.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my hot take.
The orange is cool. The orange is cool.
I'm gonna pay $400 more for orange.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got that. Went on a couple mountain bike rides, and then I was like, oh, like I should get a road bike to get more fit.
Yeah.
Because like I was just like I didn't have any expenses, and I had like a job. I was like, let's just work. Like, let's do the work.
You're living my teenage dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I went out and got like a Tarmac SL3.
Amazing.
Ultegra.
Yeah.
And then I had to get some new Ultegra wheels for it because the Boyd wheels that came on it were like chalked.
Yeah.
Went on a 60-kilometer ride, bonked.
Yep.
Right on Dallas Road.
Yeah.
In front of like some rich dude's house.
Perfect. That's on brand.
Yeah. And then I went and knocked on this dude's door because like,
did you?
Like I was falling asleep on this bike and like
you're like, can you give a cracked cyclist a Coke, please?
Like I was like, you got like gluten-free bars?
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah. So he gave me some Laura bars, and then I was like, I'm gonna get you a bottle of wine. Ate these, went back home, and I was like, Mom, we gotta go get this guy a bottle of wine. So like we went and delivered that, and I was like, sat down, and I was like, okay, let's go join Triple Shot. Like let's get serious.
See, how do people get into the sport? They're like, I went out there, I went super hypoglycemic, almost puked, almost went totally unconscious on the side of the road. Let's do it again. Let's get more serious.
I think that I have like a pretty addictive personality.
Okay, fair play.
And like,
yeah,
I can't remember if like I haven't done enough research on like addiction.
Yeah.
Whether it's genetic or not, but like I recognize in myself that I get addicted to like pretty simple things.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, especially if you recognize it.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, like I'll just look at like drugs and I'm just like, no. Like weed and alcohol, sure, that's fine.
Yeah.
Everything else, I'm like, I might get too into that, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you're like, okay, let me just get really into bicycles.
Yeah. And it happens with every sport. Like when I rock climbed, I would climb until like I did a 4-hour like bouldering session once because I just had the strength to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was bleeding from each tip of my finger. Like it was just like, and then I came home and like I didn't know that my parents were worried about that until like a month later when they were like, yeah, dude, you were like scarily obsessed with that. And I was like, oh, like I was just having fun. So,
but I guess that's who you are, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, I want to go back to the YouTube video where all these companies sent you a bunch of stuff.
Of course.
So was that real?
It was. Like everything that I said got sent to me. Everything
Absurd.
that like, so like So that Shimano stuff didn't get sent to me.
Okay.
I bought that Shimano stuff. I got sent the Pit Vipers, the Carmate, the the Carmata. I got sent those POC glasses. I got sent all that Redshift stuff. Redshift was hype.
Crazy.
I still need to make more videos on the Redshift stuff because they have some really cool pedals that I like want to put on my commuter bike.
Amazing.
But yeah, the Shimano stuff wasn't sent to me. I got that through Mech. And then the Cannondale stuff wasn't sent to me. I got that through Mech. The SRAM stuff I got through Mech. Mech is a good spot to work, to say the least, if you want to get like cycling stuff.
Yeah.
Noble Wheels, I'm like a level 1 ambassador for them.
Okay, very cool. What does that mean?
So they state it like pretty clearly on their website. It's like there's like level 1, 2, and 3, and it's like level 1 will be like you have 5,000 followers. Level 2 is like you have 10, and then level 3 is you have like over 50K.
Okay.
The reason I'm still level 1 is because like, and not level 3, which because I technically have like 50,000 followers combined, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is because they have to like budget it in to their annual budget, and it's like I would also have to be like full-time content creator for them to want to compensate me.
Yeah, I don't know if you know this influencer Gravel and Pave, Lenny. So yeah, he's a great guy. We had him on the podcast this season. Yeah, Noble Wheels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they support him as well.
And they're sweet. Like they're on the island with me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What's it like living on the island and being in this world?
It's like,
because I'm trying to convince my wife every single year, let's move to the island. Yeah, Vancouver's too busy. I like the vibes. I'm the only brown person in the entire city. It's perfect.
Like you won't be the only brown person. I can tell you that.
Maybe during the Victoria Fondo, I feel like that, but like, yeah.
Yeah, to be honest, I hate Vancouver.
Okay, go on.
I want to be able to pee, you know?
In a bush.
No, not in a bush.
Okay.
I want to be able to pee like out of business. Like
and they're like, no, you can't. You haven't bought a muffin here, so
no, not that.
Yeah.
I could buy food and they wouldn't allow me to go to the washroom.
What?
Yeah. Like the last time I was in Vancouver, I was coming back from Whistler with the homie.
Yeah.
And we both had to go to the washroom. We had to go to like 4 different stores just for an A&W to let us like use the washroom. And
really?
I was like,
crazy.
I was actually like bewildered. Like I was like, I'll give you money. And they're like, no.
So I love that you're getting into this because I'll get into it too, because like I have a terrible gag reflex. I can't do the porta potty thing. Mm-hmm. Like my biggest issue with going to cycling events is like I always have to like all good cyclists evacuate your system before you go on a 200K 9-hour race. And you leave it till the last minute, right? So my strategy for anyone doing the Whistler Fondo is you go to hotels, man. You just stroll through the hotel and you get to use a beautiful washroom. And then I see all these sad people at the porta potty and I'm like, why are you doing that to yourself? Yeah. Anyway, that's my hot tip. If you're at a Fondo or an event, find a hotel.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah.
I love hotels.
Yeah.
Going cheap is not always like the best option.
No.
For like accommodation. Like I've slept at Mount Washington in a 3-season tent.
Yeah.
In -20.
So my big fear this year, I have a mountain bike race. It's a 6-day stage race and they want you to camp. I'm like, no. I'm going to get an Airbnb and I'm going to drive an hour every day to get to this race start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to be better rested.
I'm not a schmuck.
Yeah. Like I'm cool with like roughing it.
Yeah.
Like I like roughing it. I like camping in the winter more than the summer because it's harder.
Yeah.
And it's like there's way more logistics. It's like if you don't layer right, you could just die. And I'm like, that's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You seem like a really like positive, open human being, and you're doing these like bike reviews, which is like such a, how do I say it? It's such a like ridiculous, superficial thing because it's like, oh yeah, and then this bike's like $15,000. I remember your the guy you stopped, the mammal. You know what a mammal is?
Oh, I did. It's like, man, isn't it Man in Lycra or something like that?
So yeah, it's a middle-aged man in Lycra.
Yeah.
So you got the perfect mammal, and he's on this ridiculous Dogma F with the white Princeton carbon wheels.
Insane. And it's like paint match too.
Yeah. And like, what was that like? Are you like, I need this guy on film because this guy needs... I felt bad for him because obviously this guy has a passion. He rides his bike, and he spent so much money on this bike. And I hate to say this, but I'll be open and bring on the haters. But I see that bike, I'm like, you're slow as shit. And you're a dentist or a doctor, and you bought this bike.
Yeah.
Good for you. Thank you for funding our industry.
Yeah. So that guy, he found the video.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Perfect. He's going to hate me after this.
Yeah. So I'm going to defend him. That guy's a masters racer.
Oh, hilarious.
He is fucking fast. That guy would shit on me every day.
That's so funny.
That guy's a monster, and he keeps that bike a secret. It's not a secret anymore.
Yeah.
But like,
so that's not what he races on.
No, he races on that bike.
Damn.
But like, he doesn't post about it at all.
Yeah.
Probably like, hiding it from the CRA.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Probably not, but but that guy's dope. He's fast. But when I come across people that have like spent $8,000, it's hard to hate because like on people, like even if they've
but Sabby, it's funny when we were talking before the podcast, I was like, $8,000 is nothing in this city.
Yeah, I know.
Like $8,000 is what people spend on their bearings.
Yeah.
Like,
which is God.
Yeah.
Ceramic speed.
Not even ceramic speed. So there's companies out there who will take your ceramic bearings and then they'll do their own custom bespoke ceramic coatings on them. You can like send it to them and then they'll send it back to you. And it's like thousands and thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ceramic speed is like whatever baseline standard fare.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that it's like, because I saw like a Pinarello F8 in like pink.
Yeah.
I had to take this video down because my mom didn't want to be in a video where I was like clowning on someone's bike.
Yeah.
I actually had this person, like, it was the first video where like it actually upset people.
Okay.
And it was like unfollowed. And I was like, dude.
Why were you clowning on them?
They had a pink Pinarello F8 with Walmart plastic pedals.
Okay. Yeah.
No helmet. Like these like shitty knockoff like carbon wheels.
But the frame must have been fake. There's no way that
it had to be.
Yeah,
like,
there's no way.
But like if it was real, I'm like, why?
Why,
dude? Like, ugh.
Do you know Virgil Abloh?
Yeah, and his palace that he put flat bars on.
Love it.
That's
but like
gangster.
I can respect that because he's a fashion designer, R.I.P. to Virgil.
Mm-hmm.
Like, thank you for making Louis Vuitton cool again. But like, yeah, I love that bike.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I want to see more of that stuff.
All the Palace bikes. I want to see like I think Cannondale has their collab game on point. And their marketing.
Yeah.
Like that their marketing affects me.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know how much you're looking at all the new bikes this year. What's the most exciting bike?
Oh, I mean, I'm just glazing Cannondale here, but the new Gen 4.
Yeah.
The Super 6 Evo Gen 4.
What do they call Lab 71?
Yeah, they got the Lab 71 Gen 4 that's like $26,000.
You saw the controversy, right, last month?
What was that?
Okay, so their team, EF Pro Cycling, was like putting up all of their pro bikes from last year on sale, so normal people could buy the pro bikes, and people had received them, and none of them were Lab 71. And so you're like, okay, so your pros aren't riding the best bikes, but you're selling the best bikes to consumers. So anyway, that was the like micro controversy that was going on with Cannondale.
I mean,
I love it. I love this stuff in the bike community.
I think
like,
that's hilarious. I think that you could really ride 105 if you wanted to in the Pro Tour. Like
105 electronic is amazing now.
Yeah. Even mechanical. Like I would love to see some dudes on like just some like I'd love to see like a budget team. What's that one team that came in? They're like a direct to consumer brand. Their bikes were all black. They're in the tour. Like that's like close to what I want to see, but I want to see like a super budget brand. that's like running 105, just spends
just to
all
prove
their
it.
money on riders.
Just to prove it.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, that would be dope. But
yeah, Envy's coming to the tour this year. That's the big
like their
big one.
their Envy Melee,
yeah.
and whatever.
And everyone's laughing at them because they're putting an endurance bike into the Tour de France.
Yeah,
love it.
I like
more. Give me more.
Yeah, I think that
I don't think it matters for those riders.
It doesn't, dude. Like I'm like
if your FTP is like 450 and you're like 64 kilograms, I don't think it matters.
It does, and it never really has, dude.
Yeah,
like, people like spend money on bikes, but you know the bike companies are gonna charge what people are willing to pay. People are willing to pay a lot of money, and I made a video on why bikes are so expensive, and I was like, it's the R&D, and I'm like. And I try to like justify it, but you just fucking can't, dude. A Ducati Panigale R, one of the fastest super bikes in the world, is $26,000.
But my road bike is more expensive.
Yeah, it doesn't like anyone that tries to justify it. Like I've tried to justify it, and I know that there's way more expensive motorcycles. Like you could go get a Keanu Reeves motorcycles for $100,000.
Yeah.
But you could also go buy that Colnago at Veloholics that's gold for 60 or 100,
whatever it is, right?
But like
you can go crazy. So okay, I've told this story I think on the podcast before, but I hugely respect the person who sold me my first bike, which was like a Cervelo R5, and he said, "It doesn't matter, man. Like, listen, if this bike gets you super excited to wake up at 5 a.m. and train, buy it."
Exactly.
That's what matters.
Exactly.
So if a factor gets you going and that's what you need to go train, buy that bike.
Yeah.
So that's a hot take.
Yeah. I completely agree with that. Like I have my super stupid Cannondale Super 6 Evo SE because I'm like, why would I not want to ride? Like I look at it and I'm like,
yeah.
So hot.
Yeah, let's get it going, right?
Yeah, I'm like, we gotta go ride. You know?
Yeah, we should. It's so funny that the industry is like this, and I think cycling is unique to that. But I will say, like, we're gonna get into it. I think with AliExpress because I have no time for that because I truly appreciate the engineering and R&D that goes into some of these products, and like I want people to get paid what they should be paid to
and
engineers.
the safety testing. That's the big thing.
Yeah. Absolutely. You're going down a mountain at 80, 90 kilometers an hour and you're like, I could die. Or so I don't know. What's your take on AliExpress? Buy some $1,000 carbon wheels and call it a day.
I mean, yeah. Like there's reputable brands within AliExpress and like that domain. Like obviously WindSpace, but I think they're direct to consumer now, right? WindSpace?
I think so.
And also on AliExpress maybe?
Yeah, I think they've like upgraded now that everyone wants to buy WindSpace wheels to go criterium race so that if they crash into a wall, it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like they're dope. Yeah. There's like I don't know all the AliExpress brands because I haven't like looked into it that much. Yeah. But
like elves. I've
seen a lot of. So their stuff is like mildly questionable. Like I saw some guys do like a breakdown of the steerer tube on one of those, and it was like there was fibers that like shouldn't have been in there. There's like fiberglass, I think, within the carbon, which is like But
do you watch Hembini?
Oh yes, that's the I think that's
the Indian guy in the UK who just like rips apart carbon bikes and so I feel bad for the guy. I don't know if you read the news recently, but like people got really really pissed off at him and then started following him to work. And then like was like, oh, he's not a real engineer. This is where he works, and like this is all of his education, and like calling into question everything he's doing. I'm like, don't do that, man. Like the guy is like, you know, giving, I would say, reasonably good advice and is super entertaining while doing it, and calling the bullshit of brands like Absolute Black and being like, yeah, you're just playing for marketing and it's a bunch of rubber bands in a bearing that you're paying $2,000 for. Yeah.
I love marketing. I think marketing is hilarious.
Yeah. So who's doing the best job right now?
Liquid Death.
It's true. I thought it was like caffeine and alcohol, and it's water.
It's so badass.
Yeah.
But because there's one side of me that's like, oh, dream sponsor would be like Liquid Death with like a full like tatted out like kit that's like super rad.
And they paid you $50,000 to tattoo Liquid Death on your forehead, and they're like, okay,
like that's the dream. Like that would be the dream. But at the same time, I'm like, fuck you guys, you're selling water. What?
Yeah.
Like you're just as bad as like Dasani and Nestle and like privatizing. I'm like, dude, like.
Yeah,
like,
awkward.
Yeah, it's like I'm like, that's badass. You know? Like,
I really appreciate your generation because you guys recognize that at a different scale than like millennials like me ever did. Like we always called out bullshit, I think, when we were, in school and stuff. But like you guys are very aware.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, because like
you also grew up on the island, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like the island's relatively woke.
Super woke. Like our very close friend Levi is a influencer and YouTuber on the island. He does like environmental YouTube.
Oh, Levi.
Yeah. Levi, okay. Hildebrand, Save the World, Hildebrand.
I love that guy. He came through Mech and I was like my tail at Mech and I was like, you did the video on Canada Goose.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Shout out to Levi.
Making videos for views.
Yeah.
Versus making videos for a lasting impact is something that's like always in my mind.
What do you want to do? What's your like lasting impact?
Probably be known as the chillest guy on planet Earth. Like just, general chiller.
Yeah.
GM Casto on TikTok, Garrett Casto.
I don't think I do.
He benches 225 once a month.
Oh no, I don't.
That guy's dope. But like, I think it'd be like Van Neistat, Casey Neistat's brother.
Yeah.
Videos that like capture like the human experience, and like that video of me and my friends like climbing Mount 5040. Like that's not super meaningful to like a lot of people.
Yeah,
but like that's what it was like. Like I captured like. I will remember that for the rest of my life. Like that was me and the homies when we're like 19, 20 years old, just like living.
Yeah.
Like, and I have that footage. So it's like, I think it's, it'd be cool to have myself created in a consciousness of like AI and be a computer one day. 'Cause there's so much information on me. But then there's the other side of it where it's like, we need to die. Yeah.
See, this is what I mean. Your generation is so like I feel so good that generation is coming up and like you guys are gonna be taking over the world one day and like that's gonna be a good thing for all of us. Like
at least the right people get power.
I love my baby boomers, but like it's time. Let go. Let go, you guys. It's fine. Yeah. It's okay. And I think what you're saying about like maybe a legacy and like the human experience that's like super super important is like I have a personal trainer, his name's Arad at Vibe Lounge. He's fantastic at what he does and he started a YouTube channel.
That's a super famous guy, right?
Okay. Yeah. He's super famous. Yeah. So he's famous though in the Persian community. So all of his videos are in Farsi and it's him like working out and doing all these crazy weird challenges and like he's like I am this like elite athlete that can do anything. I'm going to like fight this jiu-jitsu master and see how that goes. So like that's his like niche. But the crazier thing about him now is he's influencing a community, the Persian community that is fairly generally unhealthy. They have a lot of people in the community that smoke a ton. The diet's not great. And now he's influencing the community to be healthier. And like people are now working out by watching his videos. And like, to me, that's the real big win. Sure, entertainment, but you're influencing people to be better human beings.
Yeah. I mean, the first initial goal just with bike review, not like all the content creation was make road cycling cool, dude.
Yeah, and not this like snobbery, like put your nose up. Like
snobbing is fine, like that's in skiing, but like skiing's cool. Regular people want to ski.
Yep.
You know, regular people want to snowboard. They do that like for fun 2 times
Or mountain
a year.
bike.
Or
mountain bike.
Mountain biking's pretty cool. Mountain biking's really hard to get into, but like same with road biking. But like the goal was to be like, all right, let's put on like a dope ass fit.
Yeah.
That, like people my age will be like, all right, what is this guy that looks like he like raps or like does like beat making? And then it takes like a complete 180 to nerding out about bikes.
Yeah.
So like I remember when bike reviews were doing like really, really good during the summer, and they were pulling like 100 to like 300 to 40K. I was like, it would be that sort of thing where people would be like, dude, I don't even care about bikes, but like this guy's just so stoked to talk. Like there's comments that say exactly like, I don't care about bikes, but this guy's just so stoked that he just wants to see bikes.
Yeah.
And it's like, that is like, those comments are like so great because it's like, I really want to like just have more people in cycling.
What made you so brand aware though?
How so? Because like, what does brand aware mean to you? Because I don't really.
But like, you get it. You get that this is the way you look. This is the videos you're trying to make. This is what you're trying to do. Like, you know the branding that you're trying to do in a certain sense.
I mean, like,
did it come after a bit of time? You're like, oh shit, like people are into this because this is the way I look and this is the way I am.
I mean, it happened on accident, right?
Yeah, it did.
Like, I tried to make video. Like, I had a whole bodybuilding page.
Yeah.
Where I would just like put myself in a dope edit because I was like, right now I'm 174. Yeah. I'm not small. Like I'm 5'10" and 3/4 at 174 pounds.
Yeah, you're
like,
a sprinter now.
Yeah.
Sorry, team. We're gonna have to pause.
All right.
Damn, that's not working at all.
It got so bright.
This is the first time we're filming in the morning.
Yeah, like.
Oh yeah.
Morning, and like the sun's like coming in and like.
Is Seb's face like black basically?
His face is fine.
Fine.
But the
entire back just got blown out.
So blown out.
Shoot it in an F-log. Shoot it in an F-log and overexpose.
Let me see.
Yeah. Sorry, Shane. We tried to make it work for like a solid few minutes, but it's.
Oh my god! Yeah, you're bright.
Look, you're like floating on a green screen.
Apologies, Seth. This is definitely a first. We're like.
I don't know how we shade that, Lisa.
We can't.
No, we can't.
It's too late. We've already been recording.
It's like it's been about 7 minutes since this started, and we're like, maybe it'll get cloudy and it'll be like a second.
Blanket and nails.
Yeah. No, it's okay. We're already in the last like few minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's just finish it.
Do you want to adjust the camera real quick to adjust maybe where we're framed? Because it could potentially be eating up that light, or not.
Let's go on the same side of the table together.
Right?
I don't think it's gonna be just for consistency's sake. There's no point now.
All right.
Yeah, let's just keep going.
See you. That's the important.
Hey, if someone's gotten this far in the video, they're gonna get to the end at this point.
Yeah.
It is totally
never back down, never give up.
Yeah.
Sorry. Feel free to go back and ask the last question that you did. Sorry, guys. I just saw it and I was like, oh, we gotta at least try something, otherwise.
No, that's okay. I'm gonna change subjects and then we'll finish. 5 minutes, right?
Awesome. Yeah. We're in the 3-minute mark.
Okay, sweet.
And 3, 2.
Pit vipers.
Yeah.
Why? You know who told me like, hey Jam, you gotta get some pit vipers? Levi. He was like, throw away the Oakleys, throw away the POC.
I really like this topic. I fucking love talking about pit viper.
Yeah. Aren't I supposed to have like a beer in my hand? I'm in the Okanagan on a floaty, like going down a river. I have some pit vipes.
You said like Okanagan Spring? Like
Yeah. No?
Blue Ribbon.
Okay, sure. Blue Ribbon.
Yeah.
I'm on a floaty.
Yeah.
I'm in a river somewhere.
Chest hair.
Yeah. I'm listening to like country that has like
2-stroke dirt bike.
Yeah. It's perfect. Yeah.
Ronnie Mac.
Ronnie Mac.
You know Ronnie?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So Ronnie Mac. But that's the whole thing that pit vipers come to, right? When you think pit viper, you're like trucks, beer, like badass butt, like dirt bikes, and stuff. That's not what they promote at all. Like sure, that's like maybe who their marketing affects, but pit viper is like really just like if you look at their marketing versus what people sort of like have caused them to be, like they're just like a cool like 70s style like brand. I bought Pit Vipers for like wood shop and metal shop when I was in high school, when they were at like, I messaged them in 2020 because like, you know, their online rep is like dope and actually responds to DMs and like perfectly represents their brand of like not giving a fuck. So, and I saw like a surgeon wearing their like glasses and I was like, I would want that guy to operate on me. I'm gonna buy these $100 safety glasses even though they're stupid. And there's like they reposted me because I like tagged them and I was like, oh my god, this is like the coolest thing ever, because I was in like grade 10. And then I bought like 2 more, and then I got like super drunk at this like Halloween event one time, destroyed my glasses, and I was hey guys, I got fucked up and I stomped on these glasses and then dragged them around the concrete. And they're like, all right, here's a new pair.
There you go. Customer
service on point, styling on point. It's just that they're associated with the wrong things. Like they don't actually represent.
So they're just a sad, misunderstood brand.
Yeah, they're for everyone. I think that Pit Viper is such a dope brand. Their glasses are good.
See, I think I need to get out of my own elitist head and be like, okay,
you don't have to get the originals. Like
you can get the more progressive looking.
Yeah,
like
you can get the circular ones, or you know, they just came out with the synthesizer, which I did the unboxing on.
Yeah.
So good for winter riding. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, because they wrap, right?
They wrap, and there's foam.
Yep.
My eyes don't get cold. My face is warm, like infinitely warmer because of that foam.
Okay.
Interchangeable lenses. They come out really easily. They don't fog up because they have like a breathing channel on the top.
It's perfect. You know what? This has been a advertisement for Pit Viper.
Basically.
Levi is going to love this. Yeah. And Pit Viper is probably going to love this too.
Spencer Harkins.
Yeah.
I know you're watching.
Yeah.
That's
sponsor.
That's like my main contact. I went and did a shoot as a production assistant with Pit Viper and IFHT Films. Shout out those guys.
Sweet.
Those guys are a huge inspiration to me.
Interesting.
IFHT Films, they're like old vlogs. Oh,
the best.
I was like, that's what I want to do. Like, that's what I want to be. That's what I want to do. But then, you know, I found my own path and I'm just swimming.
You're swimming.
Yeah.
Seb, thank you. I really appreciate you coming all the way to the island, to the scary world of North Vancouver.
You have good banter.
Yeah, we have good banter. I love it. So we should go on a ride next time I'm on the island or next time you're here. Yeah. But yeah, man, keep doing what you're doing, and we're gonna support you as much as we can over here. And this was so much fun for me. And let's go check out some dope bikes that'll probably be on your channel now. Okay?
Yeah, they're pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Fist bumps all around. Thanks, Seb.
Thanks for checking out the Super Domestique podcast. Follow us on Instagram or find us at thelastdrop.cc to learn more.